We've decided to leave the UK and move to Bahrain for many different reasons, and I've already done a couple of videos on those reasons. But one of them is definitely the healthcare. The healthcare system in the UK just doesn't work. It's called the NHS, and if it's an emergency and you want to see a doctor that day because you're in lots of pain or you're scared or you're worried, well, you can't just walk into a hospital. You're actively stopped from coming in unless you call 111 or go on their app service, or it might be 101, I can't remember which one it is. And then they'll ask you some basic questions on a computer screen. They're just simply clicking yes, no, whatever you answer. And if the computer says yes, you're allowed to go to hospital and see a doctor. If the computer says no, you've got to wait for a phone call. Now, this phone call usually happens within 20 minutes if you're lucky, or it could take a couple of hours. And then the doctor will try and help you over the phone, potentially give you a prescription or tell you to go to A&E. Or if the computer was kind of you and said, yes, you can go straight to A&E, well, then you'll be waiting in A&E minimum 2 hours. But on any given day, it could quite easily be 8 or 9 hours, and that's not an over-exaggeration. Well, today, my wife, who gave birth 15 days ago, she started having some tummy pains in and around, obviously, where the baby would have been and where her scar is. And she was getting quite worried about this. So I said, let's go to the doctors now. So we got in the car. One of our children were already asleep. One of them was on their way to sleep, so it was nap time. So I was like, I'll stay in the car with them. I'll drop you off. You go in and do what you need to do. I thought, while she's in there, I'll go get a cheeky donut from Dunkin' Donuts, get a drink, and I can just sit and chill and wait. Well, by the time it took me to get to Dunkin' Donuts, which was just a short drive away, I'll show you the map here, pick up a drink, get back in the car, take a wrong turn in, so it did take me an extra 10 minutes. I was getting a message from my wife saying, I've seen a gynecologist, I've seen the nurse, I'm just waiting for my prescription. And then she was ready to be picked up within 30 minutes of arrival. She arrived, saw a nurse, saw a specialist, got the medication she needed, and was out within half an hour. Now, for those of you who live in the UK, that must seems unreal, but it's not. It is private healthcare out here. Some of you might like the sound of that, some of you hate the sound of that, no doubt, but it works. It's not like the American system, it's not like the British system for sure. It's a system that really, really works. And we obviously knew that because we've lived here before, and that is one of the big reasons we moved out here, because we knew we could trust it and we knew it works. We knew it worked even. So I've been talking for such a long time now, I'm getting my words all muddled up. So yeah, that's one of the reasons we're here. My wife, in, out, seen a specialist within 30 minutes. If you're in the UK,